What is going on, Raider Nation? I'm your host, Cliff Thornton, and welcome to the Raider Fan Podcast. We are on episode 18, and like I said before, I can't believe we just keep rolling and rolling and rolling with these podcasts. And, thank you guys for listening, watching, and commenting. I want to get right into where I left off last week. Last Tuesday, we talked about the Raiders' defense. So, and as promised, I want to talk about the end of OTAs, how the quarterback competition went, the running back competition, and what this offense may possibly look like. So let's get into the OTAs really quick. Big controversy, big competition, I should really say. Is it going to be Aiden O'Connell? Is it going to be Gardner Minshew? I put up some video on my previous podcast about both of them in competition, and you can see the difference. I've said this before. Aiden O'Connell was confident. He seemed very comfortable in this offense, throwing to his guys. So Gardner Minshew overthrew. He was off. His feet wasn't that good. He just wasn't comfortable, and I believe that's all it really was. I don't think that he's that inaccurate. I don't think he's that far behind. I just think that he was just uncomfortable, and it showed. And then they did the 7-on-7s, and again, O'Connell really stepped up to the plate. They both really did a good job, but it was Aiden O'Connell who really took it to the next level, throwing touchdowns to the tight ends, to the wide receivers. Gardner threw someone also into the flats, but you can see where the difference was. And all of a sudden, you can see Aiden O'Connell's feet work was better. His arm strength was better. He was very accurate, more so than Gardner Minshew. And from all aspects, it seems like Aiden O'Connell is going to be QB number one. It's not final, but what happened with OTAs, how he finished last year, and I really believe how he stepped up and he learned a lot in this offense already. And it's a new offense, but it's his guys. So to see him take that next step, good. It can only help the Raiders. And with Gardner Minshew as a backup, we have a very good quarterback room. Remember, there's Anthony Brown, and we also have another quarterback in there. So we have four quarterbacks, I believe. But to have that 1-2 punch is not a bad thing. So, as expected, as I said before, Aiden O'Connell's going to be QB1 unless something drastically happens where he just all of a sudden forgets how to throw in the next couple of months, and then he has a really bad preseason. But he shouldn't, because if you look at this offense, and honestly, I believe it could be one of the best top five in the NFL. If you look at who's going to be in the backfield with him, you got Zamir White, Dylan LeBeau, who I believe has really had an outstanding OTAs. He's got training camp coming up. We'll take a look and see how he does with that. But, Dylan got a lot of praises, more so than Zamir White. So that could still, I don't think that's determined who's going to be running back number 1 or 2. Are we going to go with the rookie, or is Zamir White's going to prevail and keep the starting position, or 1-2 punch? There's nothing wrong with having two really good receivers. And let's not forget Alexander Madison. He's done good, but the rookie has really outshined him. So the backfield seems pretty good. And I think, you look at the wide receivers, Devontae Adams, obviously, one of the best in the league. Jacoby Myers, he can start in any NFL roster. So he's, a really good number 2. And then remember, we got Trey Tucker, who was a rookie last year, who I believe would really stretch the field. And in OTAs, they were saying he's even faster year 2 than he was year 1. That's just him being more dangerous. And we got the veteran from Dallas, Michael Gallup. That's not a bad four wide receiver core. I know we have other ones too, but them are the four that are really going to get the playing time. And having Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, and Michael Gallup as veterans with Trey Tucker, who seems to be that rookie. That's a very good wide receiver core for any quarterback to throw to. That's not including the tight ends. We got Michael Mayer, we got Brock Bowers, and I believe that two tight end set is going to be hard to defend. I'm sure Brock Bowers will probably get into the slot, or maybe Michael Myers will, and Brock will be the blocker. Who knows? But adding that to this offense, there's a lot of weapons. I'm excited to see how they're going to put this together. I'm thinking as the offensive line, Colt Miller, he really solidified himself as the left tackle. Dylan Parker, I think he's going to be the left guard. I think he's done pretty good to set himself to where he's going to be the starter. Andre James, a great center. We can't, talk highly enough about him. He's coming back. He's just going to dominate that middle. And then we probably have the rookie, Jackson Powers Johnson. Really, he stepped up, really showed his strength. He did get hurt in OTAs, but I think he's opened up a lot of eyes. And then the right tackle, Thayer Jr., I forgot the last name. But I think that's the core right there. That's what this offense is going to be. Now, what's the challenge? Aiden O'Connell, like I said, QB1. Can he continue to do what he did at the end of the season? Not where he got thrown into a complete mess. And a lot of people forget that. A lot of people are out there saying, "Oh, we need a franchise quarterback." You don't even know if he's a franchise quarterback. For anybody to sit there and say he's not, just tells me that you don't know anything about football, because you gotta understand he's a rookie. His head coach was a rookie. His offensive coordinator was a rookie. His GM was a rookie. There's too much inexperience to give this guy a proper evaluation. He wasn't with QB1 with OTAs, minicamp, training camp, preseason. He just wasn't the guy. It was Jimmy G. So now that he's able to get a full season underneath him, and I keep saying this, he was the second best rookie out of the 2023 class. The only thing you're getting better is the number one guy. So the number two is not bad. He ended the season better than the number one overall pick. For anybody to sit there and go, "Oh, we should go get somebody else," just give it up, because you just don't know enough about football. It's called player development. It's called finishing strong and then starting even stronger. I could be wrong, but I really doubt it, because seeing what he's done in OTAs, I think he's going to be that guy. Is he going to be the flashy guy where he's running? No, we don't want running quarterbacks, and I know that's the big thing in the NFL, but all them running quarterbacks all get hurt. There's nobody has not gotten injured. Every single one of them, even last year's phenomenon, Stroud, he did a fabulous job, but he also got hurt. All these running quarterbacks, they get hurt because they take unnecessary hits. The ones who don't get hit and the ones who finish the game strong, finishes the season, are the ones who continue and have longevity. So I'm really excited about this. What's your thoughts about the offense? Do you have anybody that you think, besides the quarterback, because I know some of you are going to think that Gardner Minshew is still going to take this job in the next month or so, but right now he's QB number 2. But what do you think about the wide receiver core? I think it could be fantastic. It could be one of the best in the league. Do you have Michael Gallup in front of Trey Tucker? Do you have the rookie stepping up? What do you feel about the offensive line? I think it's huge. DJ's, I don't project him to Glazer. I don't project him to be a starter. I think he'll be that backup. His OTAs weren't really that good, but we're going to see. how the next month or so go, but I really think that where I put out for this offense, that's what it's going to be. So I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. If you think something different, put it down in the comments. Let me know, if you think there's a different guard, center, or if you all think the offensive line is not good. I'll be really interesting to hear what you have to say. But that's it. I did promise that I would just stick to the offense. Tuesday, I did stick to the defense. That was pretty hard for me. I'm an offensive guy, but I'm excited, and I can't wait for the next training camp to come up. I can't wait to preseason. I can't wait for the season. I know I'm on a lot of boards. I'm talking to a lot of people about football, and I'm very, very excited. I haven't been this excited in a long time for the Raiders. I really believe that they're going to really shock a lot of people. Yes, even with Aiden O'Connell. So, like always, I can't thank you guys enough for watching the show, commenting, liking, and sharing. It means a lot, and I like to continue to hear what your comments are. Bring them in, tell me about them. Let's go back and forth, and make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're going to be doing some giveaways throughout the season. So what our plan is on YouTube, we'll go live, and I'll start going live on TikTok and stuff like that. But on YouTube, we're going to be doing some weekly giveaways. It's going to be some Raider gear. It's going to be the podcast gear. We're going to give away some cash. But you have to be my YouTube subscriber. And then there's going to be certain things, I'm going to ask you to do. Like, I don't know, throughout my podcast, I may say, okay, this episode or this section is for you to type in these 3 words to qualify to be in the raffle. So it's something different. I've never done something like that before, so hopefully everybody can get involved. And but the first thing you have to do is you have to subscribe. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and find me on TikTok. I have a lot of followers. I mean, all of a sudden I got over 1,000 followers on that, and that's all about the Raiders. The Raider fan going back and forth is amazing. So let's keep that up. I'm on Facebook also, the Raider Fan Podcast. So that's pretty good. Twitter, that's not growing as fast. So I put stuff up every day, but it seems like TikTok and YouTube are the 2 channels that I'm going to be hopefully growing. I'm also on Instagram. So follow me and leave your comments. I love to hear from you. And like always, thank you for listening. Thank you for everything. And until next week, let's go Raiders.